Howdy, and welcome back to Pushbox Banter. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Craig, and today we're going to talk about F1 and all that implies.
Yes, we are at Austin, COTA, Circuit of the Americas.
Yes, Circuit
USA.
of the Americas. Yeah. I wonder, I just wonder on how welcome Max Verstappen felt after this weekend. That was my real concern throughout the whole weekend.
I'm sure he felt very welcome.
I think from looking at the results, I think so.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I know Yuki was very welcome. They had him signing autographs in
Did they
Austin.
really?
Yeah, for like an hour at some bookstore or something.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I know Lewis Hamilton, he had something where I think over the past week, it was like something 44. Club 40. It wasn't Club 44. It was it looked like some new clothing brand that he was advertising because all of his shirts had like something 44 on it.
Oh.
Rise Up 44. I don't remember.
Okay.
But in it, he rode a horse for the first time.
Oh,
it was
wow.
his first time that ever rode a
That's
horse. He
great.
said that he had like allergies or something to it, so he was always concerned about it. And so now, so he evidently he was. It looked like at least the way that they shot it, it made it look like he was on that horse for like an hour or two.
It's
Because the sun was like setting and everything. It's pretty cool.
it's a proper Texas entrance there.
That's right.
Great.
If you've never ridden a horse, you should, because it's a pretty interesting experience, pretty amazing experience. And yeah.
I've never ridden a horse.
So guys, let us know if you would like for Daniel to ride a horse, and we'll get this and I'll film it. So it'll be his first time ever. It's pretty cool, actually.
No.
You should. We
I'm
should
okay.
do that.
I'm all right. I am a cowboy, but
You think,
not a horse boy.
You think that you are until you have. It's been a long time since I've ridden a horse before, since I've ridden a horse. I've ridden many horses, but yeah. So Daniel, like you wanted to be a cowboy a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I went through an era of cowboy for sure.
Which you still want to be a cowboy, correct?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, man. So you've heard it here. He wants to be a cowboy. In order to do that, he has to ride a horse.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well,
We veered
I
off
think
topic.
Daniel Ricciardo was here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Daniel Ricciardo?
Nothing. He was at the Austin GP.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think Valtteri Bottas
favorite.
was here too.
Really?
Yeah.
It's his favorite place. All
Yeah.
right, cool. So it was a sprint weekend this weekend, and probably that was the more exciting race
Yeah.
of the weekend. We had some drama on the first lap.
Lots of drama.
Lots of drama.
Oh my god.
I don't even know where to begin, Craig. We should start with
Maybe with sprint quali a little bit?
Sure. Go. Yeah,
sprint quali.
that's
So, I mean, normally we don't talk too much about the sprint race. We don't talk too much about the quali as well for sprint. But this time I think it was pretty important because we have Max Verstappen coming in first again on pole, but then the McLarens we would think would be right there in the hunt for it, but they weren't. And
That's right.
But they were fairly close, but they weren't right there. Max was pretty dominant in those. So sprint race starts, and you've got I think Norris was number 2. You've got Russell Leclerc, Piastri was up there. I think it was Piastri and Norris. So they were second and third.
yes. Piastri,
I'm going to retract my statement about them not being as dominant because they were up at the top of the
Yes,
grid.
they were at the top of the
Yeah.
grid. Yeah.
First-
Second and third.
Yes.
Then you had Hulkenberg.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, you had
Yes,
Hulkenberg
you had-
up there at 4th.
You had Sainz very close by.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you had them going the very first turn. We have a little bit of an incident.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We had a little bit of an incident.
Yes.
So before we get to what the incident was,
Yes.
who was at fault for this incident?
Yes. Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that you could blame for this, but
Was it Hulkenberg?
I don't think it was Hulkenberg. No.
Was it Fernando Alonso?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay, so
No.
who do you think was at fault?
Oscar Piastri.
Seriously?
I mean, it's really a racing incident.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all coming up. You could blame any of those three, I think. Did you want to blame Fernando Alonso?
I do
don't
want to
you?
blame Fernando Alonso
Okay.
because if it weren't for Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg wouldn't have kind of gotten sandwiched
true.
and gone into
True.
Oscar Piastri, and Oscar Piastri would then have gone into Lando Norris.
True.
So I don't know. Blame who you want. It was carnage.
Yes.
We had both the McLarens out.
First turn.
First turn. And I know you were probably screaming with joy and happiness, Craig, because your favorite driver, Max Verstappen,
It's gaining 8 points. Yeah, I almost jumped through the roof. I was shocked. I couldn't believe what happened.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It was insane.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Bad luck for these guys, but
Good luck for Max Verstappen.
Yes.
You know, good things come to Max Verstappen.
Well, when you're in front and you don't have a lot of people like really challenging you up at the front,
Right.
it's not a problem. Whatever happens in the back happens. You're going to take off and you're going to win. And that's what he did.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there were a couple of times where Russell kind of challenged him. Russell threw like a really late lunge one time. I almost wonder if it was... I don't know why he did it because there wasn't really any hope of him passing, but
Right.
But he did nonetheless. So yeah, it was an interesting race to see, at least that first portion.
Yeah.
Especially if you're pulling for Verstappen. If you're pulling for McLaren, horrible day.
Horrible day for them, for sure.
So that impacts, because of that, like Piastri messed up his front suspension. So both he and Norris, their mechanics, are trying to put the car back together. They've got to get it back together for quali that afternoon. And they do get them back together. But in quali, like Piastri, it's just not there for him. And he just can't really lock it up.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing for Lando. His times just weren't there,
Yeah.
but more so for Piastri for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely for Piastri, because I think he ended up, what, 5th, 6th, something like that on quali. Lando was 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Craig, do you think, for qualifying, Lando was 2nd, and then we had Oscar Piastri in 6th, right behind Lewis Hamilton
Luis.
and George Russell.
Yes.
Again, Russell always being in the mix there. Do we blame the car? Do we blame the incident, or who do we blame?
Oh man, that's a good question.
For what Piastri is going through right now? Was it the car? Was it the mechanics not getting that car exactly to the spec that it was before the said incident in quali? I mean, in the sprint race.
I mean, that's a really good question. Like, who do you blame for it? Like Piastri. I mean, he's had like a few weekends of rough luck, and here he is at COTA, and it's just not, his car is just not as quick as Lando's. And I don't know who you blame, but for whatever reason, man, his setup, it just didn't work for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he basically was in middle of nowhere land the whole race, and I don't know.
Is it possible that it just wasn't the car? That maybe he's cracking under pressure. Piastri's cracking under the pressure.
That is a very good possibility. So, and that's one of the things that I've wondered. I've wondered, like, if he's had like some, like, you know, like upper respiratory choking type illness going on. But who knows? Who knows if that's true or not? But what is true is, like, his performance has not been there recently. Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, they keep creeping up on him. And yeah, he's had a couple of DNFs. But yeah, it almost seems like it is. Now, when you look at probability, like, he's been going along, everything was great all season long, and then he gets to Baku, he gets the DNF, then he gets the sprint race here, has some trouble here. He had good luck all season long, so he's bound to at some point kind of level out a little bit. Now, but he's still a great driver. So why now? Why is all this stuff happening to him now? Because he doesn't look that great when he's driving. And I can't tell if it's the car or if it's him choking.
I think it's him choking.
It very well could be.
He is still very young to the sport, and he's already like a contender for the championship. It's his to lose. We know that already.
Yeah.
It's hard to not blame the pressure, that he's just probably choking a little bit. And I wouldn't, it's almost like you can't fault him, but he's also had some bad luck with some of the calls the team has put him in, right? In some of the situations with the papaya rolls.
Right.
So Lando might cry and say that, hey, these are repercussions. I'm the one that's always getting them, but it seems like a lot of the things favor Lando more than they do Piastri.
Yeah.
But do you think that Piastri's more concerned with losing out to Lando, or is he more concerned with losing out to Verstappen?
Ooh, I don't know. Possibly a little bit of Lando. I think
so too.
I think that he's like so wrapped up a little bit with Lando, and also some of the drama within the team. I think it pulls him away from even being able to focus on anything else. And I think it makes it harder for him to just focus on driving his car, focus on working with the team to get his car operationally at its maximum. Yeah, I think he's just having some trouble with it and having challenges with so much success. That's one of the things like that people will talk about. Like when you have success, if you're not prepared to receive that success, you flounder. You do. We see it in all sorts of walks of life. You see it with people that win the lottery, for instance. And they're not prepared because they've never handled that much money before. They don't know how to handle it. They don't know who to trust and how to do things. Now he's been grown up, racing, and he's handled it very, very well up until recently. And maybe he is really handling it really, really well, and we just don't see it because the results aren't quite there.
Right.
It's hard to know for sure, but hopefully he has the container to be able to handle success and handle the pressure. And we're going to find out.
We'll find out.
We've got 5 more race weekends to find out and see. Like, is he going to come roaring back? Is he going to be the next Lion of racing, or is he going to be like the second place guy or third place guy? We'll find out.
We'll see soon enough.
Yeah.
I mean, the gap is very, very tight now. We're talking about 40 points between
Verstappen,
Max, Lando, and Piastri.
Lando's like 10, 12 points behind him, something like that. So I mean, it could flip this next weekend. We could see Lando Norris first place in the Drivers' Championship race.
We could see that. I'm sure Zach Brown would be very happy, and so would probably all the mechanics and all of the McLaren team.
Yes, I think it would make. I think England, the United Kingdom,
and
would be very happy.
Yes, and the UK.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow,
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. So let's talk about Max Verstappen's dominance.
Yes.
He was about, 10 seconds up on Chuck Leclerc.
Yeah.
in the first 20 laps.
Right.
Where is it coming from?
The will to win. Yeah, I mean, where is it coming from? We know that they made that floor upgrade. We know that they're paying more attention to Max Verstappen's inputs.
That's right.
Which is why they wouldn't do that in the first place is beyond me. But yeah, but it's all putting together. It's all coming together. And that car, man, he's driving it like it's crazy, like it's easy. I mean, you're hearing him from time to time, oh, the tires are going. That's about it. Like, you're not hearing him, oh, this car's undrivable. I think he did mention a little bit this weekend that it was really rough, but that's because they set it with really low setting, and then also
like a tailwind and things like that.
And the road and the course or the track there is bumpy. So, yeah, but I mean, outside of that, it's just nice, smooth sailing for him. I mean, you hardly see him at all on the broadcast because he just gets out in front and he's gone. Then there's nothing to watch because he's so far out in front and he just keeps extending the lead and just manages the race, manages his tires.
Yeah.
It's just nice. It's a beautiful thing.
It'd be nice.
It's simply lovely.
It is simply lovely.
Yes.
It'd be nice if some of that he could give to Yuki, because Yuki had quite a terrible weekend.
Sort of.
Quite the loser, really.
Well,
he didn't even get out of SQ1.
But he did get points today. He did get points, but yes, he had trouble in SQ1. He had a lot of trouble. He had some good luck though. He had Yeah, he had some moments that were just like, were just kind of shaking your head going, what is going on with this guy? Like I think in one of was it the sprint qualifying where like he didn't even get around to do one of the times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, Red Bull kind of take responsibility for that.
Right.
But like still.
But it's going to come back on his shoulders when it's contract time.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then he benefited a lot from that first incident with the McLarens and Hulkenberg and Alonso. He was able to navigate through that, and he jumped up like 11 places and ended up getting up 1 point maybe.
Yeah.
I know he was top 10. I don't remember if he got points in the sprint.
Right.
But
well,
in the Grand Prix.
Yeah, but is it enough for him to actually maintain his seat, right?
I don't think so.
He's still over here bumping with Lawson. When we're talking about you're having trouble with Lawson, I mean, there's a bigger problem there. You should be having problems with Leclerc. You should be having problems with Hamilton.
That's right.
He's just not in that playing field.
That's true.
It's kind of sad to see. I was talking about it with Christy earlier, and I was like, "Hey, that's our producer, by the way."
Yes.
We were talking about it, and we're like, I don't think he just hasn't been memorable. Like he'll be memorable to us because he's like a joy.
Yeah, true.
On the grid, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody likes him, and he's kind of funny. Hot-headed even earlier in his career, but now it's like irrelevant.
Yeah,
and that kind of sucks. It's sad to see because I don't think we're going to see him next year.
Yeah, I know he's. Yeah, it is sad to see, and it's sad to see him. All season long we talked about, you got to fix your car and all this stuff, and they kind of have.
And exactly.
Then he's still, he's getting up to the top 10. Getting close, and he's better than where he was.
Yeah.
But it's still not like where they need a driver to be. I mean, really, like Verstappen's, I think the number 2 driver, I think Yugi has like around 22 points, something like that for the season, including points today. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
You're in a top-notch team. You got to score more points.
That's right.
And yeah. I mean, at least be competitive and right there with them, but it's inconsistencies. And fortunately, he's been able to get some points, but it's also like
not enough.
It's not enough. I mean, you need him to be consistent.
That's right. You know who also has had some kind of horrible luck here recently is our boy Hajar.
He has.
What is going on with Hajar? Couldn't get out of Q1.
Well, I think that he listened to Kimi Räikkönen's advice.
I think it might be some of that, but when you see how like emotional he is.
Yeah. He wants
Did you see how he was like hitting himself in the head? It's really unfortunate for him because he wants to do better than Lawson. He wants to be there. And when he just can't deliver, it's like, okay, guy, you need to be able to move on and accept that this happened and kind of move on with grace and just prepare for what's coming next, right? The next race. And it seemed like he was just kind of nowhere.
The knock on Hajar has been that he's too emotional, and that goes both ways, like positive and negative. So, like at the very beginning of the season, I think in Australia.
How old is he?
He's like, I think he's.
You think that's like a Zillennial thing?
It might be. He's like, yes. I have no idea. I don't really know, but it sounds great, right? It's a generational thing. It's part of this generation. They're very emotional. And they cry a lot, and it's okay.
Oh man,
it's very normal. But people, like Helmut Marko, they just don't understand.
Right. Well, of course. That's completely different. But
yes. But
we understand him a little bit more,
of course, because we are.
Yeah.
Pushbox banner.
Exactly.
And we understand. We understand you and your needs. No, but with Hajar, like at the beginning of the season, he's like really emotional. He's crying and everything. That was always kind of part of the knock on him, is that his emotions would get the best of him. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to really love what you're doing and be really passionate about it. But like, we talked about Lance Stroll earlier this year with, throwing a temper tantrum and hitting stuff and like, possibly hurting his wrist. Who knows? But that was part of the rumor. Does Hajar do that? I don't know. His second half,
it's
like
more internal, It's
but that's you don't need to do that. I don't care how. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, you got to beat yourself up, okay, but then you got to move forward. There's some. I saw something recently on on a Kobe. It was actually on Kobe Bryant, an ex-basketball player, and he had missed like 3 shots in a row. They lost the game, and his head was in his hands after the game, and they asked him about it, how bad he felt, and he was like, "No, it wasn't about feelings. It was like I was trying to figure out how I was going to make the shot correctly the next time and not have that happen again," which I thought was an interesting mindset to have for a victor's mindset. And
for sure. I mean, you beat yourself up about it. You got to, let that go and move on. You can't keep doing it.
Right.
There's no point in it.
Figure out how to do it better. Yeah.
And then just do it better. That's right.
Yeah. Usually hitting yourself, it doesn't really make your mind work better.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people, maybe they're different.
That shaking baby.
Shaking. I mean, isn't that proof?
Yeah, no, exactly. What about Ferrari? I mean, we saw them. Oh gosh! Before we get to Ferrari, though, you were talking about Lance Stroll.
Yes,
and how Lance Stroll's a little bit of an emotional person, right? He beats up his mechanics and his
not physically,
emotionally, yeah. And of course, allegedly,
right.
Throws his helmets and stuff in the garage. But let's talk about his weekend. He had a pretty terrible weekend too. He didn't make it out of Q1 again.
Is that terrible for him?
No,
he is setting records.
He's record setting.
Yeah.
Anyway, just wanted to comment on that.
Yeah. He did move up and he almost scored point. I think he ended up like 12th or 11th, something like that in the race. So, I mean, positive for him?
Yeah.
Question mark? I don't know. Yeah.
All right. And then we have Ferrari. So,
yes.
Gosh. So, we all want more from Ferrari. And obviously
we do.
And Leclerc wants more from Ferrari.
Yes, he does.
But Ferrari is not delivering.
That is true.
So what we saw today, obviously they were on the podium. Did they do anything special? Did they bring something, or did they just cement their place as a P3 team?
Kind of cemented their place maybe as a P3 team, but I think that they used a good strategy with Leclerc. Like he was the only one that started on soft tires. He moved up and was able to get into second place and held that off for a long time until the tires started to go away. Then, and he was on mediums. He ended up getting third, held on to it. Possibly, like if the tires had held out a little bit longer, he could have held on to that. But it wasn't meant to be for him to come into second. But yeah, I thought
there has to be more. There has to be more from that team, right?
Right. And I think that's more.
I think that's what he's been asking for.
Mm-hmm. Well, he seemed like he drove pretty well, but the car just doesn't seem like it's quite there like it was last year.
Right.
Now, did they solidify themselves as a third place team? Possibly, yeah. Because like, if you think about it, like you've got Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull, like back to back to back. Any of those three teams could come in second in the Constructors' Championship. If Max Verstappen wins the Drivers' Championship, I think that it will springboard that team into second place. So, yeah, I think Ferrari's kind of solidifying themselves. You got Russell and Antonelli. Antonelli's inconsistent. He'll show moments of brilliance, and then others of not so brilliant.
Well, it's almost been like moments of brilliance back in the beginning of the season, because it's been
that's true
downward trending for like the last 10 races.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what his point total is, but he had like 60 points like at the first part of the season. Everybody was like, oh man, he might score more points than Lewis Hamilton did in his rookie season.
Yeah.
No. I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I guess mathematically it could happen.
Well, let's talk about Hamilton, right?
Right.
Hamilton is supposed to, I mean, you would think, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it probably the GOAT.
You really struggled to get that out.
Like, I don't.
Because he's not the GOAT.
Because he's not the GOAT anymore.
No, he was.
He's
still great.
He was the GOAT. He's not the GOAT anymore. We're going to get
some meme comments on that.
I know.
So
I mean,
it's true. I'm going to speak my truth to you guys.
co-goat is okay, I think.
Heck yeah,
Like,
I'd take that.
anyway, so he's at Ferrari,
Mhm.
right? He hasn't really been on the podium. And he
Yeah.
hasn't really done much to help Leclerc or the team.
Right.
Where do you see that going? Is he going to still be here next year, or is he going to retire?
He's going to be here next year. He's going to be racing next year. He's actually he's getting better, and that margin's getting closer between him and Leclerc overall. Now, his time may be a little bit further back, but for a lot of the race today, he was pushing. He was right there.
He was right there.
And so I think that he's doing better. I mean, he did win back in Shanghai, won one of the sprint races. And but outside of that.
But that doesn't count.
Yeah. I kind of, but not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was hoping that he would end up on the podium today. Didn't quite happen for him. He does seem like he's getting a little bit closer. I think he's moving in the right direction. I think that he'll have some success this next year.
Yeah. Do you think he'll be on the podium this year?
I hope so. I think the record is 19 races in a row for a Ferrari driver to not be on the podium.
I would
he
love
might set that record.
That's a
one
bad
more
record.
for his record books. Yeah.
I would love to see him win in Abu Dhabi though,
Oh.
or at least be on the podium, man.
You know what would be interesting is if he
my gosh,
did win.
if he takes out Max Verstappen and Max Verstappen is about to cement that P1
Yes.
in the Drivers' Championship.
Yes, and he ends up
And he
winning.
ends up stealing it from him.
It takes Max out of the title. That would be some weird redemption.
Yes, that would be.
Of sorts.
That's some like
I hope
F1 movie like plot.
It really is. It really is. Well, I am contracted with, no, I'm not. But that would be pretty cool. Except I would cry because Max wouldn't have won.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I hear you.
it'd be a sad day.
It would be.
Sad off season at that point. Although we are poised. I mean, we're poised for the greatest comeback of all time.
I think so. I think we're witnessing.
Possibly in all sports. Possibly.
Yeah.
Could it be arguably?
That really could be.
Nobody has come back in F1 history from 104 points down. And there's nobody really to compare that to, even in like the previous point setup and previous generations. Nobody's come from that far down. So we'll see if he's going to be the first or not. So
Just a couple more races, man.
I know.
I'm so excited.
Five more weekends.
5 more weekends. And for those who have F1 TV,
Oh, this could be sad news.
kind of sad news, but maybe not. Depends.
Yeah.
If you're not an iPhone user or an Apple subscriber,
That's
you're
true.
probably not going to like this.
That's true. I might have to rethink some of my life choices.
Exactly.
Here.
And
Yeah.
Mr. Android, right?
I know.
So
I know. I'm gonna have to rethink these things.
So Apple is now going to be the broadcaster for F1 in 2026. And F1 TV is going to be going away, supposedly, here in the States. So
Wow.
just a heads up on that. Coming soon.
I mean, that's kind of good. Maybe.
Well,
Maybe not.
It
depends.
You get
all the
it's
other
gonna
Apple
be,
shows,
Yeah,
right?
I suppose
So-
it's going to be like getting your F1 TV subscription plus Apple TV with all your other stuff. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
So you end up getting the shows that you normally wouldn't have.
Yeah.
That's great, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
If you see it as something that you can, just spend your time watching TV and things like that, then it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's more of a distraction,
Yeah.
more shows to watch.
Yeah. Are we still going to get the same content, the same F1 content?
Right. Are we still going to get the shows,
Because I like Tech Talk.
the tech talks, all that good stuff? Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? And then we have Mexico coming up.
Ooh.
Arriba, arriba. Predictions,
Yes.
Craig. Predictions.
Max
Give us.
Verstappen is going to be first.
Okay.
Then does it really matter who's second and third? Let's see. I still would love to see Hamilton. I think Leclerc is going to be on the podium again. And we're going to see Lando Norris.
Okay. So
I'm
one,
going
two,
to go
three.
1, 2, 3. Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris. That's my
Okay.
predictions.
Okay. Good. Oh, okay. Interesting. Mine, Craig. My predictions for Mexico are Verstappen, Leclerc, Piastri. Now, if you want to swap up Leclerc for Hamilton, that'd be great too. But for me right now, it's going to be Leclerc.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
And you know why?
Talk to me.
Because Leclerc's girlfriend is part Mexican.
Oh, really?
So he's basically like a saint now. When you go to Mexico,
true.
he's going to
receive extra blessings, extra positive influence
Yes.
throughout the world that's going to be coming to him.
100%.
Hopefully, he's grounding and really feeling that through his roots right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
whatever
Craig.
that means. It just sounds great. Maybe? I don't know.
Sure.
Okay.
They're going to be in elevation, so that's, Piastri might actually be choking this time.
Oh, yes, he very well could be. Yeah.
So who
His
knows?
carburetor
Yeah.
could be.
All right. Well, I think that's it for now. Did you have anything else you wanted to touch base on?
No, I don't think so. And I think our sponsor over here, Tokyo, might have something to say to us. Nope. She was acting like it for a second, but that's all that we got. So like, follow, subscribe. You know what to do on your platform, and also, Daniel, and all those that are listening, stay passionate in all that you do.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
Do that.
Thank you guys, and we will talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Craig. Bye.